Hi everyone, welcome back. Today's yoga video is all about Chakrasana or Urdhva Dhanurasana, aka wheel pose. I have a lot of questions and requests for wheel pose. I do love back bends, but this pose can be simultaneously seductive and also humiliating. So if you are on your journey to wheel pose, remember that you can always come back to these specific exercises to prep for wheel pose, but we're gonna go ahead and get started. So we're gonna play with a few exercises just to open up the back body and get the body comfortable with wheel pose and with your back and your front body contorting in that specific kind of way. So first we're going to take our block and we're gonna line it up with our bra line or mid back here for all my gentlemen watching. And come all the way down flat. And this is just a mini chest opener here. So you might have to readjust and no big deal. And here, as you start to open up the chest, you bring the feet about hips width distance apart. The fingertips can slightly graze the tips of the heels if you'd like. And I forgot to mention, this is your body and you know best. So if at any point in time you need to stop and refocus, that's totally fine, but honor your body and honor your breath today. So here we're just letting our chest and letting our body kind of hang freely, letting the gravity do most of the work. Allow the chest to hang over the block. And maybe you grab for the elbows here if this feels good. Maybe you reach forward and allow the shoulders and the chest to kind of melt and open up. And I've already done these poses before this video, so you can spend 3 to 5 breaths here to 3 to 5 minutes. It's totally up to you. So once we find that chest opener, we can also move into a little bit more of a heart opener. So chest and heart opener, same thing, but this time we're bringing our block to the second highest level, or to the highest level if you'd like. And kind of finding the block, coming onto the mat. And the same thing here. Maybe you readjust and bring the block a little bit farther down the low back. And here with a higher level, maybe you just allow yourself to melt. And like I said, this could be it for you. This is enough here. Just getting your body used to opening up in this kind of crazy way. One thing that I wanted to touch on is a lot of people ask what muscles are being used in this pose. And while we hang out here for a bit, I can kind of let you guys know. But the practice that I always recommend is our Chaturanga Dandasana, and I have a little video tutorial on that one as well, but the high to low plank really allows your body to build the strength that it needs to push into this pose. So slowly coming up on that little exercise, and like I said, you can spend 3 to 5 breaths here, or you can spend 3 to 5 minutes. Whenever your body feels like it's ready to practice and play is an appropriate time to kind of come out. And the last little exercise is a modified bridge pose. And bridge pose here, bring the fingertips to slightly graze the tips of the heels again. The feet are about hips width distance apart, and the toes are facing the top of your mat here. You can press the feet into the earth and lift the hips slightly, just enough to place the block underneath the sacrum. The sacrum is that low back here on any level that feels good. Allowing the palms to fall down and allowing the shoulders to press into your mat. So a lot of teachers will say, press your shoulders down. And people think that you want to press your shoulders down towards your feet. But instead, can you press your shoulders into the mat? Finding your breath here. And staying in this modified bridge for as long as you'd like, or if you're ready, take one full inhale with me, full the belly, fill the lungs. And exhale, press into both palms, press evenly into all 4 corners of the feet. Start to send the knees towards the front of your mat, lift the hips high, bridge pose. From here, can you feel your shoulders engage? Start to press down into the mat, send your chest even higher, take a few more breaths. And if your glutes are clenched here, can you allow that relaxation and almost only feel the lower glutes activate? So the tops of the glutes are nice and relaxed, but you're pressing nice and hard into the feet as well as into the palms. Take one more breath in this bridge pose. And then exhale, release the block, release the glutes. Maybe you start to windshield wiper the knees from side to side. The first thing that your body probably wants to do is to pull the knees in towards the chest to kind of undo that back bend. But I challenge you here to not pull the knees into the chest. So coming into our wheel pose now, let's set up all together. We've opened up the chest. We've given our body a little bit of time to feel what it's like to press into the parts of the body that we need to. So slightly graze the tips of the heels again. The feet are about hips width distance apart. Toes are facing forward. Sometimes our toes want to come out to the side, but try to bring the toes towards the front of your mat. We bring the palms on the outside of the shoulders and even towards the top of your mat. So here the fingertips are towards the shoulders and we want to bring our elbows in, hug them in towards the body. That's key here because that's going to give you the strength, just like a chaturanga. When you tuck your elbows into your ribs, it creates that strong foundation. So our fingertips are towards the shoulders here. Our elbows are wrapped in nice and tight. Our feet are about hips width distance apart, pressing into all four corners of the feet. Remember, the breath is a big part of this pose. Inhale, fill the belly, fill the lungs. Start to press into the feet, press into the palms, start to send the crown of your head towards the mat. Now, if the crown of your head comes to the mat and this feels good, you can move on to the next step. If this is enough for you and you're like, oh my goodness, wow, I can't believe I've made it here, just release the glutes down and give those shoulders, give those palms, give those legs a little bit of a rest. We're on this journey together, so we're gonna come back into it together. Just always checking your alignment. Fingertips slightly graze the tips of the heels. Feet are about hips width distance apart, toes are facing forward. Sending the knees forward as well, bringing the palms a little bit wider than the shoulders here. Fingertips are facing the shoulders. Take one full breath here. Inhale, fill the belly, fill the lungs. Exhale, press into the feet, press into all four corners of the palms. Start to send the crown of the head towards the earth. If this feels good here, take one more breath. Elbows are wrapped in, biceps are wrapped, a slight internal rotation. Press into the palms, press into the feet, start to send your chest high. Now, there's a difference between sending your chest towards the ceiling and then sending your chest up and back is what we want. Press into those palms here, allow the neck to be relaxed. Find your breath. Can you press into your palms a little bit more? Press into the feet a little bit more. Maybe you start to straighten in the legs. And once you're ready to come down, tuck the chin in towards the chest. Start to lower the body down. Coming to the crown of the head and then all the way down to the back if that feels good. Refraining from bringing those knees in towards the chest, can you just allow the body to hang here? Find that breath. Give yourself a little moment of gratitude in whichever part of your journey that you're in for wheel pose. And remember, you can always come back to the specific exercises that we showed in the beginning of class just to open up the chest, to open up the body, to get it used to being in that crazy perspective. You're literally flipped upside down and your body's contorting. So be kind to your body here. We'll try one more time just for good measure. Walk us through the entire thing from start to finish. Coming all the way down onto our shoulders. The fingertips slightly graze the tips of the heels. Toes are facing forward. And a lot of the times our knees either want to come out or they want to come in. So can you actively keep the knees straight forward? Press into all four corners of the feet. Bring the palms a little bit wider than the shoulders. Fingertips are facing the shoulder blades or towards the feet area. Wrap those biceps, wrap the elbows in towards the body here. Take one full breath. Exhale, press into all four corners of the feet. Press into the palms, start to send the crown of your head towards the mat. If this feels good, take one more breath here. Starting to press from the feet and from the hands equally, lift up on the exhale. Can you lift up and back versus lifting straight up? Maybe starting to extend the feet. Maybe starting to send the gaze in between the palms if it feels good. If not, relax the neck, relax the shoulders, but press into the palms here, activate. Take a few breaths here. Or come back down safely by tucking the chin in towards the chest, bending the knees, sending the knees towards the front of your mat and allowing yourself to melt. Maybe the crown of the head comes down, maybe the back comes down. Amazing job. Take a few breaths here. And I'm gonna leave you guys with those practices. Remember to make sure that your body is appropriately warmed up for these poses. Wheel pose takes a lot out of us, so be kind to yourself once again. Thank you so much for allowing me to guide you through our beginner's breakdown of wheel pose. My name is Natasha. Bringing the palms to gather all this beautiful energy that we've created down to heart center for gratitude. Thank you for allowing me to guide you through this mini practice. The perfectly imperfect student in me bows, honors, and respects the teachers in all of you. Namaste. Thank you, yogis, so much for joining me. We have a new video that comes out every single Friday. So like, subscribe, share. Coming to you live from Houston, Texas. Have a great rest of your week.